Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to SevTech Ages. In the last episode, we went to the Nether, which is way off that direction. We went to the Nether and did a little bit of exploration. We finally found a Nether fortress. We got some blaze powder from Blazes, who don't drop blaze rods for the record. And yeah, we were kind of doing our thing in the Nether. I actually got lost a little bit coming back because I forgot to bring our. We didn't take our gold backpack, and so I forgot to bring the antique atlas. I'll get to all that in a minute. So yeah, I didn't have a map or anything like that, so I got a little bit lost. Not gonna lie, and it wasn't too bad. I did nearly run out of food coming back. I had to eat netherworts. I did save one netherwort, so we do have one netherwort. We got some nether amethyst. We got some other stuff as well. So we got a good amount of things, and we do need to grow the netherwort. So for the time being, we're just gonna do that right up here. Let's put it right here. Why not? And yeah, so we got a lot of stuff done. Can't complain about that, but definitely have a lot more to do. So we got some nether amethyst crystals, which we can't do much with yet until purple slime. I wonder if we're gonna need that for night slime. I actually wonder if that's gonna come into play before we get access to purple slimes. Nope, it's an unfamiliar item. Stage 4. So no, we won't need that. But if we do want to make a drawer controller, we're going to need more nether amethyst. And that's about it for now with that. So we can just put that away. The other thing, let's see, what else did we get that's kind of important? The blaze powder, we can't do too much with that yet. That's going to come into play a little bit more later. We need to make some blaze rods. I don't actually know why we need blaze rods other than brewing station, alchemy tables. I mean, there's some important things here. But I don't know if there's anything in particular we're going to need them for. Airship stuff. Yeah, I don't know. We will see, I guess. But yeah, for now, we'll just put all this stuff away. And we'll eat the cooked pork chop. Why not? So yeah, I got a little bit lost and almost died in the nether, but it's fine. I survived, came back, and did a bunch of work off camera. Now, one thing I want to see... Okay, we're still doing good on LP. So I went mining. One thing I went mining for was black quartz. I went back to the beneath. I dug down to the lower levels. Actually dug down to bedrock and then had to go back up and try to find a nice like flat area. Finally found one and learned something. Learned a couple things. One, the beneath is scary. There is a mob that can spawn in the beneath that is terrifying, and I didn't record any of it, so apologies. But there's a mob there that is called a shadow. It can't hurt, like, you can't damage it, you can't hurt it whatsoever. I tried shooting it with my bow, I tried shooting it with fire with the blood lamp, and it makes really, really creepy sounds, and it teleported behind me at one point, and I was scared. I ran really hard. But the other thing I learned is that the ore deposits, like the iron and copper and all that kind of stuff that we find in the overworld, can actually spawn in the beneath as well. And I found a deposit of lead and of galania, so we got some lead and silver. I actually broke my hammer and my pick nearly to get all that stuff, so it was worth it though. We got a lot of ore. I went ahead and finished mining out a copper vein and a gold vein, and did a little bit of coal work and tin. So we have a lot of ores that we can work with. But today, what we're going to do, one, I'm going to put this away. We're going to do a couple things, and I've been thinking about something. I kind of want to put storage for, at the very least, ores in here. And I don't think we need the kiln I think I want to get rid of that at some point in the near future. Because eventually we are going to move all of the immersive engineering stuff to the other area over there. So I think it'd be smart to have a bunch of metalworking stuff here, and maybe we'll put storage in this corner. So we might work on that a little bit today. But the main thing we're going to do is the other thing I was preparing for this episode, and it's up this direction. So let's organize my inventory like I like it. So I was working on the Better with Mods area, and that's in there. So we have a nice darkly lit, let's light things up a little bit. I will probably change things out, but we have an area in here that is going to be for Better with Mods. So we need to make a bunch of gearboxes, as well as these things, the wooden axles, so that we can get power to all this stuff. And we're going to start working on getting Better with Mods a little bit nicer in its own little area, which is kind of needed for all of the different machines and whatnot. So it's going to be good, and we're going to go ahead and work on that today. Because before we can get to what we're after, which is the blast bricks, we need nether bricks. And nether bricks require nether sludge, which requires hellfire dust and potash. And that we need a filtered hopper as well as a stoked cauldron. It's going to be a lot of work. So that's what this whole area is for. Hopefully we can get it all to work, and we can power things like I want and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to get started with that. And first things first, we're going to make all of this stuff. So we're going to need some black quartz eventually. And we're going to put hemp seeds. We're going to take the hemp with us because we're going to need it in a little bit. But we need 9 of these axles. And we might as well make as many as we can. So we're going to make 12, and then we're going to get 9 axles. Gearboxes, that's what I meant. And that should be everything we need. And I realize I messed up there, but it's okay. We'll live. So what we're going to do is everywhere you see a dirt block is a gearbox. Gearboxes only go for 3 blocks between axles rather, before they don't work anymore. So we're gonna get these guys all placed, and then we'll start setting everything up. And we can always rotate the block so that we can get the right side. I think it has to be facing, but we'll find out soon enough. So we have 3 wooden axles. We can get to this part. Okay, so yeah, it has to face, and then it will travel. So in order to get more, we're gonna need more axles, and for that we need more hemp. So can we do anything with this? We can make a clutch. I don't actually know what that is. Redstone emitter. So we're gonna need more axles, which means more hemp rope, which means spindle. That's not gonna work very well. Yeah, we're gonna need to get the millstone, because we can't make it any other way. So what we'll do is let's just break this guy for right now. I was going to not make all the axles at once, and then I forgot. So, whoops. So, actually, we can just move this guy a little bit closer. If we move you, like, here. And then throw this on here, and then the millstone. We should be able to make more rope. It's just going to be a matter of getting more of the other stuff. So we're going to have enough for like 4, I think. So let's go ahead and sleep. And then we'll start, while we're waiting for more hemp, we will go ahead and start making some of the other things we're going to need today. So what is it we need to get to? We need to get to 2 things specifically. We need to get hellfire dust, which requires a filtered hopper. It's actually pretty easy to make. It should not cause us any issue whatsoever. Speaking of issues, let's just do this. I'm going to kind of decorate this, and then we're going to make this look somewhat nice later. Not too much of a concern right now. But yeah, so we're going to need to make a filtered hopper. So let's actually go backwards, because it's usually pretty easy. So Nether bricks come from nether sludge, which requires a stoked kiln. Now, kilns are just bricks, but they require a hibachi. Hibachis require concentrated hellfire and a heating element. So that's a cauldron thing, and concentrated hellfire is just hellfire dust, which we get from a filtered hopper. We need ground netherrack, which we can get in the millstone, and the filtered hopper is actually pretty easy to make. We'll go ahead and make that pretty soon. Now, the filtered hopper, you're going to want to power it 100%, because if you don't, you're going to have a bad time. And we'll adjust things if we need to later, but there is a chance that we're going to need to kind of rearrange how it is in here. We're going to put the filtered hopper in the corner for now, but we might need to... Actually, we could still do that. We might need to power it from the side and put it up a little bit, or do something different with it, just because we do need access underneath it sometimes. So let's go ahead and make some more axles. We need a crafting table, and you know what? We should just put a crafting table in there. That would be smart. For now, we're just going to put it on the floor. But eventually, I don't have much wood. We're going to need a little bit of wood. And hopefully we can get the saw working. I don't think we have enough to get there. So we'll have to move the saw and all that fun stuff. But we're going to put the crafting table. So it should be noted that this layer right here is going to be the floor. So let's get all of the rope. We can make 4 more axles. These things get a little expensive after a while. If we put this here, we can put that down and start sawing everything. This is really loud though, so let's just turn that down. And not quite what I wanted to do, but let's get like 10, sure. That would give us 20 of the next. And that'll give us 3 more. So 1, 2, and 3. So we can at the very least go ahead and hook up the millstone into our little building. So the millstone will go here, and now that will work. Now the cool thing is we can, if we adjust how this works a little bit, we could potentially set it up so that all these guys are toggleable, basically. We can turn them on and off as needed, but I don't know that we'll do that. So it might take a little bit before we can get any more of the stuff. So let's talk about interior decorating. We need to decide what we want to make the area out of, and I think a wood floor is a good idea. So let's look at our wood. Dark oak. Actually, I'm okay with dark oak. Let's go with dark oak. And we're just going to put a little bit of a floor. Not much. And the other thing we're going to do is take this dirt and kind of fill in the gaps from the watermill so we have a nice grass path. So we can kind of do one of these. And I think right here is where we'll start doing some of the work. And temporarily we'll put a block of dirt there. So the saw will go here. And this is, we need 2 more axles, so we're going to need 4 more hemp. I kind of want to just look around and see if we can find any more. Like, there's some right here. That'll give us a little bit. And it's not, like, rare or anything in the world. It's just going to be a matter of finding enough without going too far. What is that? Azurite. Something I haven't actually mined all that much. Here's some more. And we could replant it, but we have a little bit of a farm, and this should be plenty. We'll just take a quick look around, make sure there's no more that's obvious. And then we'll be able to process this and hopefully make what we want. So yeah, we're going to go with dark oak. I don't know what we're going to do for the walls slash ceiling, but you know, there's some more over here. Let's go ahead and grab this so we can extend everything and get as much of this building done as we can. So yeah, once we have a filtered hopper, now it does need to be filtered, so we'll have to put a block of 12, so that is 36. We'll need to put a block of soul sand in with it, but that's not that big of a deal. And I have this Sarin stone. I'm going to fill in the gaps underneath, but for now we're just going to leave it as is. So let's clean up our inventory just a little bit. We have some plant stuff to get rid of. That. Okay. And yeah, so we're going to need a filtered hopper. We're going to need some siding and some corners plus a wooden pressure plate, which should not be that difficult. Why can we make... That's interesting. You can make a lot of pressure plates. So we need a wooden pressure plate. And is there anything else that we're going to want to do? For right now, let's focus on the Better with mods, and then we'll switch over to the making our, or processing our workshop a little bit nicer. So we should have like 36-ish. And I think for now we're going to put this right over here. Let's go ahead and finish eating. So yeah, once we have a little bit more stuff, we'll be able to make all this stuff. We're going to need 2 hibachis. We're going to use hibachis for powering our cauldron, and then later we'll make a crucible. I don't think we'll need that right now. Actually, we'll need 3. We'll need 1 for the kiln as well. So here in a second we'll be done with all this. And all that will go in here. Hopefully, if I need to expand a little bit, I will. And then we're also going to need bellows. Bellows are the last thing that's kind of required. And we'll need some slime and some leather cordage, which is not that awful. Okay, that's done. And really the only thing that we have to worry about from here on out is not dying to our saw blade. So 1, 2, 3, and that'll be good for now. So let's go ahead and fill in a little bit of this, and just a little bit more. And then, like I said, I will kind of finish everything off. I'll probably replace some of the blocks you can see. So probably just that one. with the saw blade, with wood, and then we'll get everything else taken care of, just so it looks a little bit nicer. And of course I'm going to replace the walls. So what do we need to make the filtered hopper? We're going to need another wooden gear, and that's actually really convenient because we just need to get this down to a corner and then take one of these quarters and make it a gear. So that should give us the filtered hopper. We need one more siding. Siding, not molding. Don't get those confused. So we'll take one of these and chop it up. Okay, so wooden gearbox, not that. Filtered hopper. There we go. So the filtered hopper is an advancement. It's going to lead us to the Hibachi and then the Bellows. So the filtered hopper, if we just set it like this, it'll work just fine. It needs to be powered, otherwise bad things can happen. However, like I said before, we're probably going to eventually have it up a little bit, so they can filter into a soul urn if we need to do that. I don't know if we do or not, so we're not going to worry about it right now. Let's go ahead and replace these two blocks before we get too much farther in. And we'll put the filtered hopper down. So in order for this to work, we need soul sand. We also need to go sleep. So we're going to need some netherrack so we can crush it. And the next thing to make is the hibachi. So we're going to need quite a bit of netherrack crushed. I want to look and see if there's any sort of anything, vacuum or otherwise, hoppers. What kind of things can we use? We can use an ender hopper. That's going to require obsidian, a hopper, wither dust, and an ender pearl. Oh man, that would be really nice, but at the same time a little expensive. So we're gonna pass on that for now. Okay, so let's grab our soul sand, and we have theoretically the lively netherrack will also work to make crushed, yes, ground netherrack, whatever. So let's grab a piece of soul sand, and we can head back up here, and we're going to let this go ahead and work for a little bit. So we're going to get a stack of ground netherrack. We're just going to put that all in there, and it's going to make awful sounds. If we did not power this when we filtered the ground netherrack to get the hellfire dust, very bad things could happen, like spawning a ghast on us, and that's not fun. So we're going to get away from there, and let's go ahead and work and make some more drawers. So we're going to want some more frame drawers, and we're going to make him look a little bit nicer. We're going to do olive wood with oak. And then we just need to make the frame drawers. So I can't remember. The 2x2s hold 8 stacks. We're gonna want bigger ones than that, I think. 16 stacks. I don't think we need 32 stacks, but 16 stacks I think will be better. So that is just some sticks, some planks, and some chests. So we have a bunch of chests. Let's go ahead and make 6 of these. Let's see. We have iron, gold, copper, tin, silver, lead, platinum, aluminum, nickel. Yeah, 6 should be enough, at least for now. So let's go ahead and get 6 of these, and we're gonna do the actually, yeah, let's just do 6. I forgot that I was gonna make 2. And then we basically put these in here. Trim. No, I want the main body to be oak. I want the trim. Or the drawers. I think I want the trim to be olive wood. So we're going to need a little bit more olive wood. And the rest will be oak. So that is perfect. So let's get these guys set up. We can put the rest of the chest back. And these guys are going to go in the corner here. Basically like right here along this level. Let's just remove this guy. If we want to set him back up again later, we can. But basically we're going to do something like this. Oh my gosh, if I don't miss every single block placement. And that should be nice and easy access. We can put all of our ores in here to be smelted and whatnot. And eventually we'll get like a metal press that we can turn ores back and forth between stuff without having to hammer them, between blocks and ingots. So that will be nice. And all that kind of fun stuff. But I'll set that up more off camera because it's not really exciting or anything. Man, I keep mixing those up. All right, let's see how many netherrack we have. Ground netherrack. And it's still going. We have 23, 24, yep, okay. So I guess we can go ahead and prepare everything else for the hibachi. We are going to need a couple more things, including something that we're... where is all the stuff? Better with mod stuff is not in there. Is it still down below? Because I do not see our cauldron. And we need that. Alright, so it might still be down below. We might have also used it for a recipe. I don't know if I can spell cauldron. We used it for our... okay, we used it. So we need to make another one. Unfire clay bowl. Pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get that. Do I have any clay? Do I seriously not have any clay? We can't use the fiery nether bricks, unfortunately, for anything. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Nope, I put it up here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's make another cauldron. And we're going to need that for just a moment to make filaments. And then from there we can hopefully make the hibachi. And the hibachi is basically just a fire source. It's going to require a little bit of redstone and 24 ground netherrack. We're going to need a little bit more, I think. Actually, is it 24? It's 8. And isn't it a 1-to-1? Where is it? Yes, it's a 1-to-1. But every 8 releases a soul. That's the lore, and that's what causes the gas to spawn. So the thing we need to make is the heating element, which requires flame string will work, redstone, and blaze powder. We're going to want 3 of these in total. But we only need to make 1 right now. So blaze powder. We'll use flame string because why not? And redstone. And can we use any stone or... okay, it has to be stone. So let's go ahead and get some stone cooking up. Does this work? It should. Cool. So let's go ahead and get this stuff going. We're just going to need a fire source. And then we should be able to do everything else. Alright, so if we throw these guys in here. It was not supposed to break. But that tells me exactly what I needed to know. Okay. Alright, that wasn't supposed to happen. And I think we got really lucky that gas couldn't spawn. At least I don't think one did. I don't hear one, so... And I haven't seen a gas all that much. Other than the gas slings. So what happened there was... the filtered hopper broke. And we got a little bit of the stuff back. But we need to get more of it. So we're going to need to cut some stuff up. So we'll put that there. And then we should be able to, if I make another pressure plate, make another filtered hopper. So what I learned there was the filtered hoppers have to be powered from the side. So what we're going to do is, one, get rid of that, and I guess we'll put actual stone there. Otherwise we could put the, let's put the sandstone. Whoa. Am I rubber banding, or am I just having issues? I think I'm just having issues walking. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it seems like I'm having issues walking. So how do we want to do this? We could go back 2 blocks. So I know I just put that there. We could put a gearbox here. And make sure it's facing the right way. And then a gearbox here. Or should we... Let's go ahead and put it 1 above, just in case we ever need. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put the filtered hopper here. So yeah, we can't use that all the time. Also, I wonder if that's currently working. We need to go sleep real quick. So we're going to need more rope. We're going to need more axles. What'd I say? It was like 4 or something. So that's not that big of a deal. We just need to do that. And yeah, it should be fine. So we have some stone. We'll need that very soon. And let's go ahead and... This is going to be really... actually, let's just grab from our ores... let's grab a piece of netherrack, and it is in our inventory. Put that there. Actually, let's put this here, and then the cauldron. Let's see, where is it? It's right there. Flint and steel. So we want this, this, and this. And that should start. So we'll let that process. By the time we are done with everything else, that should be ready. And yeah, this is going to be a very loud room, but that's okay. We have 1 wooden axle, which we'll put here. So yeah, we have to power it from the side. So we need what? 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Unfortunately, we don't have any more hemp. We are going to need to make one more set of the moldings. And we just need to go get, let's see, 3 hemp. That is, oh, no, there was a gas. It died. Cool. That's actually really nice because we get gunpowder and a gas tier. So that is a way to spawn gas into the world if you don't want to go find them or deal with the nether. So it is useful to know. It does cost you some, basically just costs you wood and a little bit of risk, but yeah, let's see if we can't find a little bit more. So we need 318. So we're gonna need 6 hemp. Let's go to the other mountain, and there's probably some over here. I mean, there's some right here. We just need to find one more fully grown stalk. And then we'll be able to finish this up. So, yeah, note to self: don't power the filtered hopper from the bottom. It doesn't work. You got to filter it from. You have to not filter it, but you have to. Is that? Yes, that is. You have to power it from the side, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, we're going to put it up a block so that if we ever want to use soul urns, and what summons the gas is the same kind of process for making soul urns. And that's used to make soul steel. Don't know if we're going to need that or not, but we'll find out later, I guess. So we have all that stuff. We have everything we need. Let's go ahead and get this processed. Get everything running. Nope, that's not what goes in there. Hemp goes in there. So the hellfire dust goes into the cauldron. I wonder if this is... It is not running. Okay. Ow. So there's one rope. What else do we gonna need? So, why did we need the black quartz? I don't remember. Crushed black quartz. Oh, right, for the black iron, if we wanted to get the extended crafting stuff, basic catalysts and all that kind of stuff. We will do that later. Still not ready to do that yet. But I don't think there was anything else we needed the black quartz for. The bellows are pretty easy. The hibachi, we're almost there. Blast bricks require 9 blaze powder, so we have to have 9. I did find, like I said, a closer nether fortress, blaze spawner, all that fun stuff. But it is still kind of a pain to get anywhere in the nether. And I constantly get lost, so... Alright, now it should work just fine. It's powered, it should not explode and spawn a gas on us. The only problem is we're going to have is throwing stuff in. So, yeah, no explosion. And I don't want to go overboard, so we're not going to. But let's get a little bit more of a floor here. And this will eventually be a different wall, so I'm just going to put this here for now until I decide. We have 1 extra, so let's get 7 more. Cool. So now we go to the cauldron, and we'll have to wait on the cauldron to finish everything else. But while we're waiting, let's go ahead and work on the bellows. So we have the heating element. Let's go ahead and make a little bit more of the hellfire, concentrated hellfire. There is a couple of things we can do with it, but maybe not. We are going to need it later for another hibachi or 2, so that'll be fine. And hibachis are going to require levers. So we're going to get a few of those. And let's go ahead and make the bellows. So let's, before we do that, mob drops. We have some leather. And for the bellows, we're going to need 3 wet tanned hides. So we're going to need dried hides, salted hides, all of that fun stuff. Let's just start from the beginning and take cow pelts and work those. Let's get rid of the plants. We don't need the flint and steel currently. Okay. We are going to need a work blade, which... right there. Alright, so wet tanned hide. We're going to need salted hide, raw hide. That should be enough. We're just going to take 3. So the raw hides we combine with salt and a bucket of water. Which we have plenty of. And I forgot there's no GUI, no GUI. And we need water. Stir that a couple times. And we'll get the salted hides, and then we dry those on our drying racks, and we'll get the dried hides. And then I think from there we just need to get resin and water, and that'll give us the wet. Yes, so we have 2 minutes. So we'll need a piece of resin as well as... that is not growing. I wonder if there's special growth things for the nether warts. Let's put... oh, I had a whole bunch of raw hides. Alright. So we're also going to need 2 leather belts, which requires leather cordage. So we're going to need... let's see, we get 3 leather cordage. We're going to need 8. So something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go ahead and just make them all. And then what goes in the center? Slime. So mob drops. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we only need 2. We can't even do 3. So there is the leather belts. Let's get this stuff put away. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and process these, at least to the hide part. Just so that it's a little bit easier to put stuff away. So we have the belts. We're going to need some wooden gears. And those are almost done. Yeah, I'll see how to grow the nether wart. I don't actually know. I'll see if there's anything special. Let's see if we have our concentrated hellfire yet, so we can make the hibachi. And we do. Cool. So we can actually get rid of this and this. We'll go sleep after we make the hibachi, and then we should be good to go. So the hibachi, like so. And then the next one is the bellows, and then we can make potash, and then we can make the nether sludge to make this the nether bricks, and then the blast furnace. So those are now done. I'm gonna need to get more water relatively soon. Okay, I'm going to need to get water a little bit sooner than I expected. So we're going to need dried hides, 1, 2, 3. We're going to need resin, which should be in the wood stuff. Ground resin. And then let's just go grab a single bucket of water from down here. I also need to start looking into getting a better food source. We don't have anything good for fruit, so I need to look into that a little bit. It's not that big of a deal, but we're gonna lose some of our extra hearts if we're not careful. Our nutrition with fruit is definitely low. Protein is doing good. Let's actually eat fish next. And grain, I can make bread. I'm just lazy. So it's not that big of a deal. But put that there. We'll get the wet tanned hides, and then we can just go up and craft the bellows. So what the bellows do is they allow us to basically we can how to describe this? We can use the bellows to make things. You know, I realize we can't use wood planks. As much as I like this, we're gonna have fire, so we need to be careful about that. The hibachi is, well, fire, as you can see. So if we put the cauldron above here, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do the bellows. We have the tanned wet hides. We're going to need a gear and sidings. So we can just take one of these guys down. And we get 2 gears because why not? So bellows. There we go. And bellows actually work in a 3x3. But I have to remember how they actually work. Oh, right, it's a redstone signal. And I don't think we can put it... Let's see, I've got to remember how these work. It's been... Oops. It's been a little bit. So, if we put this here... No. Let's see if it says anything. And mechanically power them. Okay, so we need more gears. Now... 3... I don't know if this will work or not, but if we can get them... here... that might stoke the flames. So we're gonna need more things. You know what? We can. Let's see. We're gonna need 3 more, so that is 6 or so. I don't know. That should be fine. We'll let those grow. And I'm gonna get rid of that one and put that there. Why not? So let's get more of everything else going on. So we have the cauldron. We have our bellows. We're only gonna ever use 1 bellows. And then the hibachi we have. We're gonna need more axles. And then the last thing we're gonna need is a kiln, which we're also gonna need the hibachi for. And that's gonna require bricks. So let's go get some bricks. We're going to need 5, so that's 20 bricks. And that should not be too much of a problem. So let's just get 20 of these guys. And I don't know that we're actually going to be able to get to the blast furnace today. That might have to wait until next time. Because we are running a little long. Which is honestly kind of normal. So if we can get the stoked cauldron and get the potash, that would be a good stopping point, I think, for today. And in order for that to happen, we're going to need logs, planks, or sawdust. I don't know that we have much use for sawdust, and we have a good bit of it. So you know what? Let's just use that. Make sure there's no sawdust in here. And we have over 4 stacks, so we can make dynamite and pulp. But pulp is used for paper, and we don't really need that right now. Oh, right, we can't do it that way. Can we just smelt this? No, but we can cast it out with a... we can cast it out with ingots. So that's what we'll do. Make sure that is still ingot cast. And temperature is 13, so that should be fine. And I think the redstone clock is on, so that should all be fine. I'm going to look into how the nether wart grows, because we need to get more nether wart for later. I don't know exactly what yet, but I'm sure we'll need it. Alright, so I don't know why I got rid of all that stuff. Let's go back and get it. Dang it, sorry about that. I'm trying to do too many things at once. And trying to end the episode here within some reason. So, we'll make 3 more axles. And eat some fish. Let's get the other fish. Yeah, I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna make food between episodes, and then hopefully we can continue working on things and have good times. I hate these axles, how they place. Like, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of annoying. All right. So this is what I fear. This is the problem. And this is where we're going to need a redstone signal on this guy. And ideally you make a redstone clock, and I can't jump back up there. But it's not going to stoke the flame. Okay, so we're not going to get to the potash today. I need to decide how to arrange this, because we need the bellows at the same level as the hibachi, and we're going to need to turn it on and off. So I'm going to work on getting a bunch more rope so I can make more axles and all that fun stuff, and we're going to arrange things so that it's a little bit nicer. I kind of want to have the dark oak planks, and then what I might do is similarly to this over here, just make a little bit of an area that is not. I don't know that I'm going to use stone, but I might use a slate. I might use something else. I don't know yet. But we'll have a little bit of a textured area where it's not wood, so that it doesn't catch on fire or anything like that. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I have a lot of work to do. Mostly just kind of gathering up stuff and replacing things, and we can go ahead and make 5 bricks. We're gonna need those next time. I may also work towards making another hibachi, and probably grind up more netherrack, because we're gonna need this stuff for the hellfire dust so that we can make the sludge. So yeah, we're gonna definitely use this stuff, and I'm gonna work on that between episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Got a lot done, but it doesn't feel like it too much, to be honest. But there is a lot of work to do in Better mods, and it's one of the more finicky mods sometimes. It's very particular about how you do things, and if you don't know it well enough, I'm getting better at it, but if you don't know it that well, it's definitely a challenge. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!